Located on a lonely island in the middle of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz was designed to hold the nation's most dangerous public enemies. The maximum security prison was completely surrounded by the cold, rough waters of the Pacific Ocean. Between 1934 and 1963, 36 men attempted 14 separate breakouts. Nearly all were caught or died trying. Beating the armed guards and iron bars only got a prisoner to the shoreline. Surviving the island required specialized marine gear. In late 1961, inmates Frank Morris, brothers John and Clarence Anglin, and Alan West started working on a plan. Instead of trying to force their way through the physical defenses, they decided to manufacture the equipment they needed right inside the cell blocks. The security of Alcatraz didn't fail because of a crack in the masonry. It failed because the inmates systematically repurposed the harmless, everyday materials the guards allowed them to keep in their cells. The first barrier was physical. To reach an unguarded utility corridor, the inmates had to tunnel through the thick concrete walls at the back of their adjoining cells. Curious, they patiently chipped away at the masonry around their air vents to create openings just wide enough to squeeze through. Their primary tool was a drill, cobbled together from the motor of a broken vacuum cleaner. They attached discarded saw blades found on the prison grounds and metal spoons stolen from the mess hall to carve through the tough wall. Operating an improvised power tool in a quiet cell block creates an obvious acoustic problem. To mask the mechanical grinding, Morris played his accordion loudly on top of the ambient din during the prison's designated music hour. Bypassing the concrete relied entirely on a combination of DIY mechanical engineering and psychological misdirection. Once through the walls, the men set up a clandestine workshop on the vacant top level of the cell block. To buy time to work up there at night, they had to defeat a strict schedule of daily visual bed checks conducted by the guards. They piled towels and clothing under their blankets and positioned sculpted dummy heads on their pillows to give the exact appearance of sleeping men. The decoys were a handmade mixture of soap, toothpaste, concrete dust, and toilet paper. They gave the heads a realistic appearance by applying flesh-tone paint from the maintenance shop and attaching real human hair swept up from the prison barbershop floor. By repurposing basic hygiene products and waste materials, the inmates effectively neutralized the prison's most rigid visual surveillance system. The final physical obstacle was a mile of freezing, turbulent water standing between the island and the mainland. To reach that water, they would have to haul their fabricated marine gear out of the massive multi-level cell block, climb the ventilation shaft to the roof, and descend 50 feet to the ground. Up in their secret workshop, they collected over 50 raincoats and hand-stitched them into a 6x14-foot rubber raft and a set of inflatable life preservers, using a design Morris found in a copy of Popular Mechanics. To ensure the seams were watertight, they applied a process called vulcanization, heat-sealing the rubber fabric together by pressing it against the hot steam pipes running through the prison. They improvised paddles out of plywood and screws and converted a stolen musical concertina into a makeshift bellows to quickly inflate the raft once they reached the shoreline. Defeating the Pacific Ocean required systematically converting stolen rainwear and musical instruments into viable marine technology. On the evening of June 11, 1962, Morris and the Anglin brothers put their plan into action. They replaced the roof ventilator with a fake bolt molded out of soap, climbed out of the building, shimmied down a bakery smokestack, and launched their raft. Alan West was left behind when the cement around his vent hardened. The FBI spent the next 17 years investigating the breakout. Agents recovered paddles and life vests in the water, officially concluding that the men drowned. Yet the absence of bodies fueled decades of theories that they successfully reached land. This animated diagram maps the bay's turbulent currents from Alcatraz toward the Golden Gate Bridge. Modern scientific studies of these ocean currents, alongside physical tests recreating the prisoner's raincoat raft, prove that surviving the journey to the northern shore was mathematically and physically possible. The 1962 escape remains a fixture of American history because it proves a vacuum motor, 50 rubber raincoats and a few stolen spoons were enough to dismantle the world's most secure fortress.